Danny, after 762 appearances over 17 years for 4 clubs, the curtain has come down on a truly magical career. Obviously, it's an incredibly hard decision for anyone to make, but emotionally, has it actually sunk in yet?
Not really, no. I don't think it actually will do until probably the start of the season, because it's obviously you build up to the start of the season, and then it's all gung-ho for 10 months or so. So until then, it probably won't. But to be honest, the back end of the season, I wasn't really playing much, so it wasn't like I've been playing consistently for the last 10 months and then all of a sudden stopped. So I kind of knew if I wanted to stay, it probably wouldn't be in the manager's plans, but that's football at the end of the day. You just have to get on with it.
When you look back through your career, the one thing which you must feel is an intense amount of pride.
Oh yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, it's every boy's dream who loves football to be a footballer and make a living out of it, because it's at the end of the day you're doing a hobby. You're coming into work, you're kicking the ball around and you're getting paid for it. So to do that for as many years as I have, it's incredible.
I just want to spend a little bit of time talking through your career, Danny, which all started at Manchester United, didn't it?
Yeah, when I was a young kid, just from Sunday League football, I got scouted. Used to go down there training, and thoroughly enjoyed it. And it was the start of a big process that had lots of ups and downs in it. So it was a fantastic experience for me, and it just got me on the right path, really.
Being at a club such as Manchester United, how much did it affect you mentally when you were released from there?
Oh, massively. I felt like it was the end of the world, because you've gone from such a big high and then come crashing down. You think, where do we go now? So it was, I got lost for a little bit, but I just picked myself up and started enjoying my football again. I got a lucky breakthrough.
Was there a time where you thought maybe football wasn't for you at that period?
You do go through phases, where you think, well, maybe I need to start looking at something else, maybe. But like I say all along, you do need a little bit of luck, and luckily I got that. And then it just went on from there. Yeah.
You then got spotted, I think, playing for Wilmslow Albion. I think it was Gil Prescott, wasn't it, who spotted you at Wilmslow. And then you were drafted in to Macclesfield Town, into John Askey's highly successful youth team side, alongside certain Ricky Lambert.
Yeah. Obviously, Sir John, as he's well known, was I think he was still a player at the time. He was player coach. So it was fantastic to learn under him. And like you say, Ricky Lambert was in there with us. There's a few other great lads as well. So it was just a great stepping stone for me.
And as you say, you were almost learning the ropes of ultimately being a professional footballer at that time.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Coming in to train every day, and you're obviously looking at the older players in the squad and watching what they do, learning off them, and just wanting to be a part of that.
And then a date which is no doubt etched on your mind, etched on probably every Macclesfield Town supporter's mind. You came off the bench to make your debut for the club against Exeter City. What do you remember about that night?
I was just itching to get on all game. It's one of them games that I don't think we were in the game for large parts of it. I think we were a goal down when it did come on. So I was just itching to get on, get in the action. And luckily I did. The manager threw me on. And it was one of them debuts to remember, really.
Part of the reason it was a debut to remember, although if you remember rightly, we did lose that game.
We did lose sadly.
But for you,
your
first goal on your first appearance.
Yeah, on your debut, you just want to make an impression on your debut, so you can't ask much more than that to play well and score a good goal, if I remember rightly, Bob. It was not too bad, so can't complain.
And in terms of the aftermath of that game, I'm guessing it was an incredibly proud moment, not just for yourself, but for your family, who'd obviously stuck with you at the time when you were released from United and throughout that process.
Yeah, well, definitely. I mean, it's one of the big highlights of my career. You have a big build-up, and that's ultimately what you aim for, to make your debut for any football club, senior team that is, and to do that and play well and score, like so. Sadly, we did lose, but never mind. But it was a fantastic day for us, and we all celebrated.
I just want to fast forward now 7 months and to a game again which is firmly etched in the minds of all the Silkmen fans out there, Barnsley at home in the League Cup. A game you must remember well, given your breathtaking extra time hat-trick, which saw us go through that day. What do you remember about that game?
Yeah, it's obviously nice to play against bigger teams that are in leagues above. It's always a challenge, and it's what you want to aspire to, playing at the highest level possible. So it was a great experience. It was a tough game, but we dug in all game and we gave them a right good go. Took them to extra time, like you say, and then, like football, anything can happen in football, and it was, luckily my night. I got on the end of, a few crosses and scored a few goals, and we won the game and I got a hat-trick.
Would you say, looking back now, that was the game you really made your breakthrough?
I'd say so, yeah, because obviously it's against a team that's in a high league, so you're testing yourself against better players. So to do that against a better team is it stands you in good stead, and it does stand out.
Football, of course, it's full of its ups and downs, and I just want to take you back to your 150th appearance for the club, which was the second leg of the 2005 League Two playoff semi-final against Lincoln City. When you look back at that team now, would you say that we deserve to take our place in the League One that year, and how much were you disappointed that ultimately we didn't?
Yeah, we were devastated really, because we had such a fantastic season. Like most seasons, no one gives us a chance. Mac are always odds on to be down at the bottom. So for that particular season, the manager had put a great team together, and we started well and just carried on the momentum really. And we got a just reward by reaching the playoffs, and yeah, we were all absolutely devastated. So we felt it was a game we could win as well, but it was unfortunately not to be, which is that's the way it goes sometimes.
Because for much of that season as well, we looked maybe not odds on, but we were occupying the automatic promotion places for a good part of that season, weren't we?
Yeah, well that's it. I mean, once you start a season well, as it's been proved a few years ago, the momentum builds and confidence grows in the team, and you just carry on from there. And so it was disappointing the way it all ended, but like I say, that's football. You move on and you just take the experience from it.
I guess it was a great achievement actually making the playoffs in the first place, though, wasn't it?
Oh, of course it was, yeah. Like I say, Mac are always odds-on favourites to be down at the bottom, scrapping about down there. So for us, it was just a fantastic journey and an unbelievable end to the season.
I'm going to test your memory now, Danny. That was your 150th appearance for Mac. Do you remember what your 151st was?
Absolutely no idea.
No idea. 2 words for you: Nottingham Forest. It was away in the League Cup, another momentous night in our history, as we beat the former European champions on their own backyard. Once again, you were on the score sheet. Tell us what you remember about that day.
Obviously excited to be playing at a fantastic stadium. Quite a lot of fans there. I think it was pretty full, a load of Mac fans. So it was just one of those occasions that you were going to enjoy. Nice big pitch, like a carpet. Thought we matched them throughout the game and gave us as good as we got. Obviously, yeah, scored in that game. It's nice to get on the score sheet, especially at a stadium like that. So it was a fantastic performance from the boys.
I just briefly want to touch on 2 more epic games which followed in quick succession. First of all, the 6-0 victory over Stockport on Boxing Day that year, and also following on from that 5-4 victory away at Wycombe Wanderers, where once again you found the back of the net. More cherished memories for you, I guess.
Yeah. Obviously, the first one you touched on, it's local derby. You always want to beat your arch enemies that are just down the road. It's nice, and then to do it how we did it was even better. Everyone's happy, the fans go home happy, and the players are extremely happy. So it was a great game as well. I think we put in one of the best performances of the season, and it showed out there.
And in terms of the Wycombe game, just because of the nature of the 5-4 victory, that's got to stick in your mind as well.
Oh, definitely. I mean, any game with as many goals as that, which way do you look at it? Is it bad defending, or is it just brilliant attacking play? But yeah, exciting for the fans, and obviously if you get on the score sheet as well, it makes it even better.
And yet, after making sure that our Football League status was secure with a final day victory at Bristol Rovers in 2006, you then departed for Port Vale. Tell us a little bit more about that move, because although it was a step up for you at the time, I guess there must have been an element of sadness at leaving the Moss Rose.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, first and foremost, I didn't want to leave. It was a big wrench to leave, but when a club comes in from the league above, it was really hard to turn down, because you want to play and test yourself at the highest level possible. So it was a step up in league, playing against some bigger teams. So it was that was the main pull really. So as much as a wrench it was to leave Macclesfield, I felt I had to do it to progress my career and just see where I could get to really.
Dan, you then spent 2 seasons at Vale Park. How do you look back at your time in the Potteries?
Enjoyed it, absolutely loved it. First season was brilliant. I don't think I was planned in as a starter, but I worked my way through pre-season, caught the manager's eye, got my chance, first league game, and then just cracked on from there. Performances I put in, and just kept my shirt basically. Enjoyed my first season, then sadly the second season wasn't as great as the first, unfortunately. But again, that's football. Just get on with it. But all in all, loved my time there. It was a great test.
And from there on to Oldham Athletic.
Yeah, again, it was a chance to stay in League One and carry on my football and my development in League One football, which I thoroughly enjoyed. I felt it was the right step for me career-wise, so it was a no-brainer really. And it was local. There was no travelling or anything, so yeah, I was more than happy to join Oldham.
And John Sheridan must have rated you very highly as you then linked up with him again at Chesterfield, where you claimed a League Two title winners medal, of course, and earned a place in the PFA Team of the Year. Must be great memories from Chesterfield.
Oh, fantastic! Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed my time under John Sheridan at Oldham. Loved playing for him. Sadly, it wasn't as long as it should have been. He lost his job, but yeah, I was more than happy to join up with him at Chesterfield. A new project it was because they had a new stadium built for that season. So it was exciting times, and I was more than happy to go and join him.
You actually scored for Chesterfield against Mac that season. Now, we have forgiven you for it, so don't worry about that.
Cheers.
But was it a bit of a surreal feeling scoring against Mac?
Yeah, it was. I mean, obviously you want to do well because you're playing for your team, but you don't want to do too well because you're playing against Macclesfield. I'm not sure where they were in the league, but we were pushing for promotion anyway, so we needed it. We really did. So it was one of them. You just got to forget about the past and go out and do what you got to do, really.
Chesterfield will make an immediate return to League Two the following season. Was that hard to take from a personal point of view?
Yeah, definitely, because we've done so well to get promoted. It wasn't a great season. We lost some of our better players. We weren't able to replace them, so it was always going to be tough if you don't strengthen and look to make additions and be able to compete. It was always going to be tough, like I say. So it was difficult to take, but again, that's football. It happens. You just have to pick yourself up and get on with it.
And then in August 2013, Dan, you came home. Tell us firstly how the move came about, and secondly, your emotions you experienced on coming back to the Moss Rose.
Yeah, it was a bit out of the blue really, because I'd left Chesterfield. I was looking to stay in the Football League. Went down to Bury to train with them for a few weeks. It didn't work out, and then I was just at a loose end really. I rang Sir John and asked him if I could come and train with him and keep fit really for a few weeks while I just look what's out there, see if anything's about, and then train for a few weeks, and obviously had a few chats with me, see if I was interested in joining. So I said, obviously, why wouldn't I be? I was open to that idea. If you could sort something out, I'd be more than happy to. And then luckily we did, and then went on from there really.
The full-blooded and committed performances kept on coming, of course, as well as the Wembley appearance in the FA Trophy final, which, despite suffering defeat at the hands of York City, must have been a memorable occasion for both you and your family.
Oh, it's magnificent, yeah. I mean, we'd had a brilliant season in the league as well, and then to top it off, a Wembley appearance was always nice. It's nice to have a good cup run anyway, and luckily we got to the final. Sadly we lost, but a great day out for me, the fans, my family. Everyone enjoyed it. So yeah, it's memories you'll never forget.
You made your 400th Macclesfield Town appearance on the 3rd of October 2017 when we made a trip up to Guiseley. Again, you were on the score sheet as we headed top of the National League for the first time that season. But even you couldn't have dreamt more of us to follow, could you?
No, not at all. I mean, obviously, if you start a season well and you pick up momentum, anything can happen. And that's exactly what we did that season. It was just about staying up there as long as possible, really. And as the season went on, confidence grew, and you just get a feeling that this could be your year, but you never ever know. You can't take that for granted. You've still got to work hard, and we just stuck at it and stuck in there. We had a great dressing room, and it just went to show.
You say that you never really know what's going to happen in football, but was there a time when you first started to really think that this impossible dream was actually possible?
There was two occasions really. We had a double header. We had a Saturday Tuesday game. We had Aldershot away, so it was first v second. So that was a tough one. We knew going into it we had to get some out of the game. Luckily, we put a great performance in away from home, got the 3 points, and then off the back of that, we had another first v second because we had Tranmere Rovers on the Tuesday away. So it was 2 tough away trips. Always tough going to Prenton Park. They're a very good team. It's it shows with what they've done the last couple of seasons. So we knew it was going to be tough, but getting the result on the Saturday gave us full of confidence, and we went into it and we put 4 goals past them and put a statement out there really.
Of which, of course, you got 2.
I did get 2, yeah, which is obviously nice to score, but the win was most important. It just it made you think, well, if we can go to Aldershot on the Saturday, Tranmere on the Tuesday, both away from home, put in performances we did, then anything can happen.
And then, of course, came the 21st of April 2018, an away game at Eastleigh. Talk us through your memories of that brilliant day.
It's a bit of a weird game, actually. I mean, we scored quite early, which was good, settled us down. But then after that, we weren't really playing too well. Luckily, the opposition, they weren't playing too well either, so they didn't trouble us, which was good. But it was just one of those games. It was a weird game because if you won, then that was pretty much it. So it was, I can't remember much about the game. I just remember afterwards it was absolute madness. But no, it was one of those experiences that I'll never forget.
And of course, as well as the collective achievement of winning the league, as a 37-year-old veteran, if you like, you also picked up quite a few personal accolades as well, didn't you?
Yeah. Obviously, like you touched on there, not only to win the league as a collective, but then to get some personal, individual awards is unbelievable. Especially at 37, you don't expect to pick up individual awards like I've got a Player of the Year here, Macclesfield, and then I've got the non-league paper Player of the Year. So I went off down to London for a fancy do to pick my award up. So to be picking awards up at 37 years of age is an unbelievable achievement. It's credit to myself, and it just goes to show age is just a number.
Exactly, and if I remember rightly, the presentation was at Stamford Bridge, wasn't it? And also, it must have been a great night for you because John picked up Manager of the Year.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. Yeah, we both went off down to London. Took my wife, he took his wife, and we went down. We had a great day out. Picked up 2 awards just to top off the season, really. So, like I say, it just goes to show that age is just a number, really.
When you came back to Mac, did you think realistically that your appearances, your time in the Football League may well have been over at that time?
You kind of, yeah, to a certain degree, because you obviously don't know what's around the corner. And with Macclesfield being Macclesfield, it's never easy. Never do things the easy way. It's always the hard way. But you never know. Like football, always surprises you. You never know what's around the corner. It's completely random. Anything can happen, and luckily that was our season.
You say you never know what's around the corner. Shortly after, of course, you were installed as joint assistant manager alongside another Silkmen legend in Neil Howarth. That must have been another proud day for you.
Oh God, yeah. As you get older, you start to think about what's next. Always wanted to stay in the game, look to stay in the game in some capacity, and luckily the owner, he put his faith in me and said, I want you to get stuck into the coaching side of it, which I was more than happy to do. Don't get me wrong, alongside playing as well. So it was a perfect combination for me.
Finally, in terms of the many great memories you've given us on that hallowed Moss Rose pitch out there, let's look at your final goal as it epitomises your whole career in many ways. 2-1 down at home to Stevenage, deep into injury time, and then another moment of magic as you unleash an unstoppable drive across goal and into the back of the net. Yeah,
like you say, it just sums me up. My game's all about getting in the box, nicking a goal here and there, and that's exactly what that was. It was a flick on, and just got myself in the box, a little touch, and then a strike across goal. So that sums me up in a nutshell, really. Making runs in beyond, getting the odd goal here and there.
Danny, we could sit here for hours reminiscing about your playing career, but just a few final questions to close with. Tell us about some of your own personal high points.
Well, we've touched on them all in the interview so far, but obviously the main one's the debut. Can't ever forget that, because that's what you dream of as a kid growing up. If you're into football, you want to be a footballer, and to do it and play well and score on the debut, I can't ask for much more than that. Then obviously the promotion's the biggest one out of them all, because it was against all odds, wasn't it? Like everyone was saying, it's one of those surreal moments you don't think ever's going to happen, but it did, and I played a big part in that. So they're the main two, really.
Any regrets?
No, God, no, definitely not.
Throughout your career, Dan, you've always had an incredible bond with the fans, whether it be here at Macclesfield Town, obviously, or at Vale, Chesterfield and Oldham. How important has that been to you over the years?
Oh, massively. I mean, the fans play a big part in football, as everyone knows. Without them, the football wouldn't be football, would it? It wouldn't be the same. So, for their support to me over my career, I can only thank them. It's been a fantastic journey, and long may it continue in the next chapter. But hopefully they'll support me and continue to support the football club, as I know they will, through the highs and the lows that this club will give you.
Exactly, and to be fair, Dan, your name will always be synonymous with that of Macclesfield Town. Just how much does this club mean to you?
Oh, it means the world. Everyone knows that. To spend as many years here and make as many appearances as I have, it means a hell of a lot. And then hopefully I can continue here in some capacity for many more years to come.
As you've alluded to, as one chapter ends, another one opens, of course. What do you hope that the future has in store for Danny Whitaker?
Well, just more happy memories, really, and I'll work hard and like I have done throughout my career. It's obviously a different type of work to what I'm used to, but I'm looking forward to getting stuck into it. Something I've wanted to go into. As you get older and older, you start to think about what's next, and coaching was a big part of that thought process. So to be given this opportunity here is unbelievable, and I'll throw myself into it and see where it takes me.
Finally, Danny, if you could sum your playing career up in one word, what would it be?
It's a tough one, that. Tough one. Crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Well, Danny, been an absolute honour.
Thank you.